Facebook channel. Shit. Yo, what up? How y'all folks doing? Welcome to Ultra Media Friend Group. It is me, your host, Mr. Ultra, giving it to you blood raw. Today I'm not going live doing some crazy shit. I actually got some plans. I got some plans I want to do. I want to set up some vocal presets for my studio on some rap shit. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. I've made a few before and they turned out pretty fine, you feel me? And for the most part, what I have been doing was just sitting down on my bed, relaxing after work. I went to work. I got to work late. It was Saturday. I told y'all I wasn't going to jog to work. I was going to catch the bus, but I never caught the bus before. I usually ride my bike, and what happened was I caught my bus so all the way to the bus station. By the time I got there, I missed my bus. So that's why I normally just ride my bike to the second bus stop. But when I got there, my boss was talking about me being late or whatnot, and this, that, and third. I was like, shit, well, I got bills to pay and this, that, and the fourth. Like, so why are you late? Told him spending like really my bike. I don't have a bike. The day I went out to go get my bike fixed, it apparently wanted to break. So I didn't have a bike. So I mean, I didn't really want to explain to him because he don't. I mean, they don't currently give me enough hours to even get it out the bike shop. But you feel me? So I was just totally straight up, man. I don't have a bike. I can't really get to work on time because I don't have a bike. But if you gave me enough hours so I can pay to get my bike fixed, I would have my bike fixed right now. You feel me? I would be on time, but I don't even make enough hours to even really pay my bills with this job. But my bills still get paid. But anyway, like, well, our job is to make sure we make the schedule good enough for y'all to fit, and I just start scheduling you throughout the week so you don't have to worry about the weekend schedule or stuff like that. But I don't know. That don't guarantee that he's gonna give me my hours back, so I'm not really stressed about it. I already know what I am going to do because I already took action. So I'm not really stressing it. It is what it is. I would just try to make sure I get to work on time from now on out. But at the same time, I did call and tell them that I was going to be late beforehand. And he just, I guess, called and asked somebody to come in and replace my shift because it was like I was supposed to stay on the day I went to court. But when I got to work, in my defense, I came to 30 minutes early. And when I got there 30 minutes early, when I got there 30 minutes early, I tried to clock in at the time that thought I was supposed to be in. The clock didn't let me clock in. He was like, "Well, I scheduled you to work. What happened? You didn't even come to work." And I was like, "Well, I came to work. I sat out here for 30 minutes straight, and I waited. And when I tried to clock in at the time, I thought I was supposed to clock in. It told me that even me, I was earlier, late or some shit like that. So I looked at the schedule, and then I noticed that the schedule didn't even have me on the schedule. Like, they didn't have my name on the schedule for me to be at work that day. So I just turned around and left." Kept it going. I was like, shoot, or maybe he just didn't put me on it because I told him I had court. That's what I assumed. It said I was supposed to be at work, but I was like, it was like, well, if you was supposed to be at work, you would have been able to clock in. I was like, bro, I tried to clock in like two times. Didn't work. He's like, then why didn't you go back there and tell the manager? I was like, well, they wouldn't let me clock in, so I was assuming you didn't put me on the schedule. And it was like, shit, well, we expected you to be here and you wasn't here. I like it wouldn't let me clock in. I came to work 30 minutes early and it just wouldn't let me clock in. So and they're like, well, you were 30 minutes early. I was like, well, I waited till the time of for me to clock in and it didn't let me clock in. That's how I know it didn't let me clock in. I wasn't on the schedule. And I guess he penalized me for that. But I was like, in my defense, I wasn't on the schedule. Like, I don't know what else you want me to do because I tried to clock in. I mean, I would have clocked in because I told you to put me on the schedule that day. I just have to leave early, so I would have clocked in. But then I thought you just didn't put me on the schedule at all, so it wasn't really no big deal. But my problem is I just need to start coming to work on time. They need to start scheduling more hours. So it is what it is. Mention the fact that I thought you had a scooter. And I was like, nah. When I was coming to work on time, when I was coming to work on time during the weekends because I had a ride and that was my mom's and I was just pay her gas money to bring me to work on the weekends, and she don't stay in Gainesville no more, so I no longer have a ride to work. She left, never told me she was leaving. She just up and left, and I was paying her every single weekend for transportation to work, and helping her out by even paying her extra, so she can have food and whatnot to even do what she had to do. She just up and left and didn't tell me anything. So that was my ride. It was gone. So well, I guess now I just have to invest in a scooter. I'm gonna just invest in the e-scooter or some shit like that, bro. So that way I ain't gotta worry about the shit. You feel me? I really don't like really relying on people to get me to work. But she had hit me up one weekend, and I guess she actually need the money, and I didn't really want to give her the money, just flat out hand it to her without making her work for it. So I was like, well, shoot, I need a ride on the weekend. I'll pay you if you take me to work on the weekend. She was like, all right, that's cool. Like, boom. I just gave her a job as a nice person. I was being a nice person, and then she just said, screw that shit. I ain't feel me. Gotta work for you, and I guess and stuff. I don't know how she felt about it, but yeah, that was my ride. So, but anyway, I was just stalling until I got this Facebook set up so I can go live on my other account. So boom, it's now set up. I can now hit go live, and it should push through like it just did. And now we're live. Now, what we're doing today, guys, we're still playing COD on this same stream. But how we're going to do it is we're going to set up this preset. I got a preset I'm finna build for FL Studios, and we're hoping that it works. So, and hoping that it sounds good. So y'all gonna have to hear me play around with the FL Studios today. Y'all gonna see how to set it up, how to do it, and all how I work with it to get it to work properly and stuff like that. You feel me? Something else I gotta say as I'm setting this up, because I've been watching other streamers or whatnot, and I guess they think I don't be watching them when I be watching them, and I don't hear what the fuck they be saying as I be watching them. They be saying some bullshit, bro. You can't really. I be just watching the support. You know what I mean? People be like calling you broke and calling you poor, saying, "Oh, I would never spend that much on no setup like that," and screw those friends. Well, each his own. You feel me? I do. I play at these. I play at these friends because I personally advertise playing at some of the best friends possible, and I really like. I'm a perfectionist. I like doing stuff to the T. So like I like to work out, and I do it the right way. I don't really have stuff. Everything I do, I try to do the right way, and I try to do it so I can get the best results. You feel me? And that's basically why I have it set up like this, because I wanted the best results out of gaming. I wanted the best things in gaming. I wanted the best graphics. I want to play at good graphics. I want to do all that. You feel me? So I did what I, had to. You feel me? You don't necessarily have to spin it if you don't got it to spin. You feel me? I don't got it to spin. I just spun it because I had it at the time, and I knew I would make it back because that's me. You feel me? I've been making money my whole life, with or without a job. You feel me? I always done stuff to keep money in my pocket, and I never stressed over money ever in life because I'm not a type of person, I'm not a lazy person. I would get up and do what I had to do to get what I want in life, out of life, and what I need in life. You feel me? I never let nobody stop me from having what I wanted or what I needed out of life. You feel me? Because it was always me, and I noticed if I wasn't going to do it for myself, it just wasn't going to be done. So I always was the type of person to get up and do it. You feel me? I didn't wait. I didn't ask for help. I didn't wait for help. I got up and did it. You feel me? I was the person that make that change. I took accountability, took initiative, and I took action. You feel me? And that's how I became who I am today. I'm not very famous. I'm not famous at all. You feel me? But you feel me? As a personal, in a personal world, I am. In my personal world, I am. I treat myself with very high standards. Um, Half of the stuff y'all be doing, I would never do. I'm just saying. Half of the people y'all be talking to, I would never talk to. Half of the people y'all be hanging out with, I would never hang out with. You feel me? So each your own zone, bro. You feel me? I'm grown. I'm 30. I'm not 20. I'm the big 3-0. I'm not the little 3-0. You feel me? So that being said, I'm a hella wise and I'm hella smart. So I just be watching, bro. You mean observing? You feel me? And y'all just be talking and don't even know I be watching. So I don't drop down in the comments like that, but I do be watching. I be listening. I be paying attention, and I just watch. Nothing wrong with watching. I just look, observing, seeing people. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all got the same attitudes. A lot of y'all are followers. A lot of y'all act exactly alike, and y'all don't even know it. You feel me? I don't act like y'all, and I understand why y'all don't relate to me because I don't really act like y'all. And my goals in life is not to be like y'all, it's to be better than myself. And if being better than myself is being better than you, and you catch on and you feel offended, then hey, feel me? maybe you should better yourself. You feel me? Maybe you should better your setup. Maybe you should better your life. Maybe you should better your attitude. Maybe you should better the way you talk to people and the way you socialize and the way you interact. And maybe you should just practice wisdom and and maybe it would rub off on you because some of the people y'all be talking to don't sound all that wise. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. You could actually speak louder than words, and a lot of y'all not moving right, bro. I'm just saying. You feel me? I don't care how famous you is or how famous you think you is, nigga. I'm the two, not the one. You feel me? I'm gonna tell you like it is, and you can feel how you feel, and you can get offended. You feel me? When I got offended, I'll tell you what I did. So give you some advice, cause I'm a lot wiser than you. You should pay attention to what the person is saying that is offending you, and see if it's true. And when you find out that it's true, don't get mad, get glad. You feel me? Use that to better yourself and fix that issue. Fix that problem. Become use that as a stepping stool for you to rise above that, because then once you fix that issue, then they won't have nothing else to say about you. They find something else to say about you, it's pure hate. And I don't have nothing to say about anybody. I just listen to what people have to say about me, and then I jot it down in my brain, in my mental brain, and in my mental notepad, and I take heed of that, and I see if that's a problem, and I sit there and I think on it, and I dwell on it, and then I'll be like, well, shit, that's easy to fix. I try to find a fix to the problem so I can make everybody happy, including myself. You feel me? Myself making myself happy is meaning solving the problem in my life, and if I see that as a problem, then guess what, I will fix that, I will adjust that, and I will fix that. You feel me? I take heed to that. You feel me? I never, I listen before I speak. So I understand a lot of y'all are young, a lot of y'all speak before you listen, and a lot of y'all just have stuff handed out to you, so you don't have really no discipline, no character, or no anything like that. You feel me? That's just life, bro. Sometimes you have to learn, and life is a stepping stool, and a lot of y'all need to learn. A lot of y'all need to grow up. I mean, I'm not that old. Sometimes I do act childish, and I do get down on y'all level. But at the end of the day, I know when I'm not around y'all, you feel me? It was all a joke. You feel me? So some of y'all take it to the heart, bro. I'm not that type of person, man. I don't really play around with kids. I play around with myself, but other than that, I don't really play around with kids, man. People y'all talk to sound like, you feel me, class A criminals to me, my opinion. So, it is what it is. All right, so we're setting up FL Studios with a preset, a vocalized preset. Hopefully we can get this preset to sound right. Hopefully we can get it to sound good. I don't know, bro. We're just locking in with it, so pay attention. What the frick is this? I have something running in the background that is actually, oh, it's this guy who's on a loopity loop loop. My media source, which is active. Well, anyway, I'm not worried about that. We're worrying about FL Studios. So first thing first, what are we doing here? All right, so to run FL Studios live while gaming and streaming from a single PC without losing frames, rate, or experiencing audio lag, you uh you must optimize your resources allocated in audio routing proper streamers isolate their gaming and audio processing loops to prevent conflict. So that is what we're doing. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. It say the configuration involves adjusting CPU assignments, tuning the DAW, and routing the audio stream. I have already done that. What I use to tune my DAW, I use process last low. I mean, yeah, basically tune my thing. Use process last low, and I followed the steps here. It said set it to the freaking FL Studios is right here. It says set FL Studios to the half of your fast core. So I made a file right here, and I just hit select affirmity, and I made a file called FL Studios. It's like I made a file called BO7. So with FL Studios, I put it on my 8 through 15 cores. That's on my fast chips. right there. My fast cores, your fast cores, my fast cores, because I have two CPUs and one CPU, which has 16 cores. The first set has 0 through 15. The second set has 16 through 31. I believe that's how it's being set up. So with that being said, I have COD running on 0 through 15 right here, which is all of these. Now see, my first ones would be my fast cores. I can literally go in here and find my fastest cores on that CPU set. But I'm not gonna do that. That'll take more time and more tuning to the CPU. But I'm not gonna do that on this stream. It might be on another stream. So what I did, I just set it to the second half of my fast cores, was with the 8 through 15 of the fast ones, and that's exactly what I did. And that's done. So I don't have to do that. And then the next one was the set the what it said, set the audio so it can run on your fast audio so it doesn't have any like clicking or buffering or snapping in the background. So you go to audio settings and you use FL Studios ACO right here. So I'm freeballing this. I never read over this, never went over this, but I know how to set it up. So as I read, I'm gonna be setting it up. So I've already did some of this beforehand, and yeah, it was already just done. So I knew how to do that part for the most part. So we're learning together and we're gonna get this together. I know how to do what I'm doing, but just pay attention. Um, if you wanna just watch. I know a lot of people won't be doing this along with me, so but a lot of people be using this to work and learn how to do it as well. Did I go live on my socials? I don't think I did hit go live. No, I did not hit go live. I'm just talking into the air right now. So let's go ahead and hit go live on the socials. I went live on one of them, but I didn't go live on the other. So all right, so we're live on one of the socials, and we can exit out of that. Just save some resources. But anyhow, all right. So with that being said, that is set up, and our next step is isolate your CPU cores. What you would want to do, what I just told you to do. Call of Duty to CPU infirmities on the primary physical cores 0 through 7. Isolate FL Studio. Set the CPU infirmity for FL.X strictly to the high number logical threads such as cores 8 through 15. This prevents real-time audio processing from causing in-game micro stutters or frame drops. So you're going to set process last slow. Call of Duty on 0 through 7 of the top cores I just showed you, like the ones I left blank. So you're gonna set that through 0 to 7, and on those cores, it's not open, but I'll show you what they are though, because some people just need. So 0 through 7 would be the ones. These are the ones the game is gonna get run on. They're still gonna get, for some reason, when you run on all of these, they get FPS. But I was running on 0 through 7 for the longest, and I was getting flawless FPS in COD. And then somebody told me you're supposed to be on 0 through 15, and then I got better stability and flawless FPS. But since I got FL Studios in the background, this is how it's got to be done. You feel me? So you know what you're doing, and that's how it's got to be done. You feel me? So it doesn't, you know, glitch off the cores and all of them just shoot through the slow cores. Because if you have them all running on 0 through 15, trust me, they will mess up your computer and it will start reorganizing stuff by itself, and you'll be pissed the fuck off because you have to reorganize it. Reorganize it, find out what it did. So just pay attention. So isolate FL Studio, set the CPU infirmity for FL.exe strictly to the high number of logical threads, such as core 8 through 15. This prevents real-time audio processing from causing in-game micro stutters or frame drops. Set audio priority. Right-click FL.exe and process lasso. Navigate to CPU priority and set to high or real time. I already did that. That's done. That's already been done beforehand. So that would be FL Studios CPU priority on the high or real time. I always use high instead of real time. Real time is the highest, but you don't really need it as long as it's on high. So it's already done. And then go to configure FL Studios audio settings. Configure your DAW for efficient processing rather than heavy studio mixing. Driver selection. Go to option audio settings. Use audio interface native ACO drivers for low latency performance. If you must share audio with desktop apps, use FL Studio's audios ACO. So it says use your audio interface native ACO driver for low latency performance. If you must share audio with desktop apps such as YouTube and said you was running a beat maker or something like that, use FL Studios ACO. But 9 times using FL Studios, you just put the beat inside FL Studios. So what I do is simply go to audio and click on FL Studios ACO and leave it at that. And buffer length 512. That's what I use. I want to say how to use that. I can use something lower if I want to. I just use that because it's like balance or whatnot. We're gonna try. We're gonna play with those when we get everything set up. Um, but yeah, this is what they're talking about right here. You just hit dot down and hit FL Studios USB ACO or FL Studios ACO. I use FL Studios ACO. It works perfect with me. So you use what works best for you. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all won't be doing this at all. But the ones that do, there you go. All right, so this strikes a balance between low vocals, latency, and minimizing CPU strain, CPU optimization, ensure multi-threaded generator processing, multi-threaded mixing processing, and smart disable are toggled on. CPU optimization, sure. Multi-threaded generator. I think all these is turned on. Like I said, it's learning as we go. But it's a multi-threaded generator processing is already turned on. Multi-threaded mixer processing and smart disable are turned on. Right there, smart disable are turned on. And like tick link on. Like I already have everything turned on. I usually keep this towards this way. I don't know why I got it that way, but that's how I had it set up. But you mean all of this was already set up. I had already set up some of this stuff up previously. I set my FL Studios up for flawless streaming and recording, but I had the chords kind of messed up. I had it all running on the same chords. That's why everything would just drop after a while of playing. But I fixed that just now. You feel me? So let's go. Micro execution before launching a stream. Navigate to tools, micros, and select switch smart disable for all plugins. Then click purge unused audio clips to free up RAM. So what that is like I said, before you go over here, you will find that is over here in tools, I believe. It says micro execution before launching a stream. Navigate to tools, like I just did. Micros and select switch smart disable for all plugins. So tools, micros, and it should be over here. Switch smart disable for all plugins. That allows to take a lot off your RAM, so things just run a lot smoother. Let the because there's a lot of stuff that will run in the background. Is lets that stuff not run in the background or whatnot. So you just use that before you ever even start a stream, or you can use it while you start a stream, like I just did. And I know this stuff was speeding up, so then click purge unused audio clips to free up RAM. So tools and hit purge unused audio clips. Purge unused audio clips right there. And boom, and it frees up RAM. So audio, all right. Rotate audio to your stream software without lag. All right, keep your stream microphone track entirely separate from the music track to allow independent volume adjustment and prevent loops, which is easy because you would go over here, right here, and you have all these different tracks, right? So this is your master track, right? So this is where your master volume come out. You want to always leave that turned on. You can put presets over here, which is these right here, or you can put presets on other stuff. I usually put presets on the other ones, and I use my master blank unless I really need it. So what he's saying by keeping separate, like say if you put an instrument on this track, right? You don't want to put a preset on this track so your vocals can stick over the instrumental in the preset. What you want to do is use your instrumental on this track. You want to come to another track and put your presets on, which will be your vocals right here. I'm gonna show y'all what presets is as well. I have a few made, like I said, right here. I got these through right here. I got these made right here. And these are presets that you can make, or you can buy other people presets. Like I have some already paid for and bought, if I can get it to open up, because it's always closing out by itself. I don't know why, but it's normally not even like set up like this. For some reason, it's just set us up like that. But if I can get the preset tracks to open, that'll be fine. Oh, here we are. So I open up a new tab, so it does what it kind of does what it wants. So with this new tab, anti-how. These are the presets over here. I have some already downloaded, already made if I can find them, because it's like a lot going on here. For them to just be closing out. I'm gonna just show y'all some I have. Like this guy's presets right here. I've already baby, you know, I've already have in here. Like I have this guy presets, and I have the if I can find the folder that they're in, it'd be better for me. But I don't know exactly what folder they're in, so I would have to literally open up all of this, like plugins and stuff like that, and see exactly what folder it's in. I had it open before, so I didn't have to do all this. But normally you just click on this and you just read where they're located at, man.
Are you ready? My bicycle is broken. Please fix it for me. Activate. My bicycle is broken. Please fix it for me. My bicycle is broken. Please fix it for me.
Yeah, just little stuff like that. But I have a list of freaking vocals that I'm gonna find, because I'm gonna need them for what I'm about to do. So I have to find them anyway. Say oh. All right, so what folder would they be in? I don't know. VST? No.
Eat my shorts.
I gotta delete all of these. I don't even know what the hell that is. That shit real. I don't know where did I put them at, but I'm getting close. I literally don't know what file I put them in because I put them in a long time ago, bro. But they all is sitting in the same folder, so I type in right click, add Windows shell menu, open parent folder. This folder. As you can see, I have this. These are the ones I have. Some of the ones I have. These, some of the ones I have. This, some of the ones I have. But what I have to do is find this folder so it's in waves, public waves audio, and then let's see if I can find that, or if I can open it up from here. No, I can't. So I'm gonna have to find the folder that it's in. So I'm gonna look for plugins. Well, it's in public. I'm gonna have to find public. Browser. Probably why, because it's in browser. Alright, so public. Which one of these are public? Doesn't say. So I guess this is public. So public waves. We have to find waves. I could have sworn I just seen waves. Oh nah. Where's waves, man? Let's see. Public waves plugin settings. Plugin database. Oh, here we are. Plugins. Installed. No. Recent. Here we are. That's not it. I don't see waves. I wish it was just like this. I wish you can just go over here, copy the darn file right here, and make it a lot easier to just copy and then come to FL Studios and come right here and just hit paste. But that's not gonna work, so alright, so let's just say let's type in mixer presets. Here we are. That made it easy. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so we just made that easy for ourselves. And this is why it's in here twice, because we have mixer presets in here twice, but we're gonna delete that at another time. So these are all the pay for presets that I own. I don't own that many, but I own some. Took us a while, but we found them. All right. So anyway, say open TikTok. Well, what the fuck? Route audio to your stream software without lag. Hardware loopback routing. If your interface features an internal loopback mixer, map your FL Studio master output to a virtual playback channel such as loopback 1 and 2. Now, every time I do loopback 1 and 2, I'm gonna do insert 3, but every time I do loopback 1 and 2, it does funny shit. Even though it is on FL Studio ACO, loopback doesn't shows up in unless you do one or the other thing, which is you go over here and you change it to deposit USB. Then once you do that, loopback actually pops up. Thing about loopback is every time you hit loopback, yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing about loopback, yeah, yeah, yeah. What up? What up? All right, so surprisingly, loopback is working. But the thing about loopback is when you set it to loopback, loopback sometimes mess up, but we're going to get it right because I guess that's my biggest issue. Is right here, and I was like, you feel me? I'm off. They let me off work early, so what better time than I have to do this than do it like this? So what loopback does is loopback whatever your DAW is picking up. Like right now, it's picking up my voice. So what y'all hearing right now is a loopback of my voice. Meaning anything that I play on this PC, any YouTube video, any Facebook video, or anything like that is being playing through this PC, we get a loopback and a herd on your stream. As you can see, there's two of these. There's playback and we have analog 1 and 2. I have mine on analog 2. We have playback. Playback is also loopback. I don't know what it's called playback, and it's probably because it turned off the loopback. But there's a way to turn that back on, and it's a tricky way. Back on. How you do that is here. It's down here somewhere, but it's tricky. I think it's right click, like right click. Like you gotta show hitting. It's hitting, and I updated so I'm not sure if it's turned on, but usually you have to show it. Mine's probably already turned on, but it's the way you gotta do it. It's hitting though, and it'll say like if you want to combine one and two, I can just combine mine because I have just one mic and I don't have no like mixer that so. But it's hidden. You have to show it, but mine's already showed. You can Google on how to show it or whatnot, but it's actually hidden somewhere. And mine's is actually showing. That's why you see two of these. One of these is for like playback and basically the same thing, loopback. But as you can see, it's playing back whatever is being heard. So and it's not messing up. So I have my audio set in another thing on OBS, so I can actually play. I take it off still GGG mic, so it's actually playing directly through the faucet, right? So yeah, that's the start of a good stream, I guess, for that. And then once you do the loopback routing, if your interface features an internal loopback mixer, map your FL Studio mix master output to a virtual playback channel such as a loopback 1 and 2. Um, what mine is uh done being done right now, but mine is actually on loopback 1. If you select the loopback 2, if you select the actual loopback that is being put, it's better because you get better. I don't know, it sounds better to me, but I'm gonna just keep loopback on it. But that's how you set it up, or how you do it. I don't really know exactly what you got to set up as or like. So like I said, you have to hide the few. All right. So now that that's being done, like OBS, TikTok, Studio Source. In your streaming software, add a new audio input, capture source, and select your interface loopback channel as the device to capture the audio. Isolate the microphone, add a separate audio input capture such as dedicated exclusive exclusively to your microphone physical hardware port. Do not route your raw stream microphone through FL Studios. Mixer master track to avoid audio um, monitoring. Do not route your raw stream microphone, meaning your stream microphone. Do that. So what they're saying is I don't know if you can properly see guys, but all right. So what you want to do? You want to add uh, a microphone for your loopback right here. And I added the faucet right. This FL Studios is a different property right here. It's actually the properties for FL Studios. It's different. With this one, you can just select per application. That's if you're using the ACO. But if you're using the USB, you want to set up one called audio properties and audio input, and you want to choose whatever device you have. I have a faucet right USB. So you want to choose that, and you just want to click loopback instead of analog USB. Loopback is better in my opinion because it's just the latency is a lot better. You're picking up whatever you exactly hear on your screen, so the latency is a lot better. So you would want to go with something like that versus something else. So yeah, go with that. I don't know if you guys probably understood that, but that's what I'm going with. I showed you. Hopefully you got it, bro. If you didn't got it, just drop down in the comments. I would better explain for you guys. All right. So what's next is in your streaming software, add a new audio input capture such as select your interface loopbacks channel, which is done. Isolate the microphone. Add a separate audio input capture such as a dedicated exclusively to your microphone physical hardware port. Do not route your raw stream microphone through FL Studios mixer master track to avoid adding monitor latency, which meaning like say your in game mic, you don't want your in game sound coming in through the same audio device that you just added. Meaning you don't want your in game sound, like I said, loopback will pick up everything. You don't want your in game sound to be routed through the same microphone. You want to separate it from your microphone. Like I have a game chat as well somewhere in here. I don't know which one of these is. I think it's Media 4 is set for my game. Media 4 is set for something else. I don't even know why this is showing up over here. It's probably because I got it showing up over here. I just probably need to hide these. Save FPS, save resources, like that, since I'm not currently live on this anyways. So alright, so now you see a lot of stuff disappeared. It's because I hit it like I was supposed to. And my game cartridges to pop up. Matter of fact, just hide this. Like I said, like now you see this FL Studios and audio. The reason why you don't see my game sound is because I'm not on the game screen. Well, this is the game screen. I don't know. Oh, that's because I took my game sound out, so it doesn't show up in here because I didn't really need it. Which would be this properties, and now you use this, and boom. Now you have a whole nother track for your games. So when you play your games, now your games get picked up in this, right? From your game screen, which is your capture card, your game capture card, your games get picked up in this, and your vocals get picked up in this. That way you have two different tracks. So say if you want to come back and edit it and just block out your um vocals, you can do that. You feel me? Or if you want to come back and edit it and just block out your games, you can do that. You feel me? Your game sound is just have your vocal sounds, and then I have one set up for my chat as well. It's not in here, but I can easily add it if I wanted to. Just by going to add sources, going to audio, and as you see, Still GG mic, which is my Still GG mic, which is this right here, this software right here. Uh, and through this software, I'm able to set up different mics and different things to capture different, aspects of the game. Like I got this, it will only pick up the main game audio, meaning the shooting, the background noise, the birds chirping, the bees flying, the cars driving by, the guns shooting, the bombs blowing up, that sort of stuff. This will only capture the chat, which is the people that's talking in game to me, not with my voice, just their voice alone. This right here is media. I don't really need this right here. I don't need this, but I do need the mic. This catches my mic right here in the game, my in-game mic. We're not using this. If I was, I would change this back to loop back. That way we'll be using the loop back and not like you can put your loop back in here. So whatever you're doing to your loop back, you wouldn't need to add a loop back because this would be a loop back. But I'm using my loop back as a separate device. So I'm blocking out this whole mic right here, so I don't even have to pick this mic up. This mic not even picked up in the game because I separated my sound from that because I'm using this on every FS Studios, and I think it has better latency. But with still CGG, with still GGG, it doesn't really have latency to your game while you gaming. This is one of the best applications you can possibly use while gaming. Separate your audio sound because the latency and doesn't mess with any of the FPS in the game. You feel me? It's literally negligible. You don't even notice it while you're gaming. So I'm just showing you guys how to do it. I know it's a lot to go over, but this isn't for casual gamers. This is for advanced gamers. I'm sorry, guys, but I really doing this for me. But if you're here tagging along, I was like, man, this is a good time. I can just sit back and show people what I do behind the scenes. It takes me some I be moving around, what I be doing, what I like to do. Besides gaming, optimize my piece, better my piece. You'd be surprised if I started rapping and I actually can rap. You know? I wouldn't be doing. Hey, and I'm a different character, bro. So, here we are with this. Like I said, this is set up properly. I know that's a lot. We just a lot, but still with me here. Still with me here. I know a lot of people like doing stuff like this. A lot of freaking P nerds be into stuff like this. They be like, "Well, how you get that? How you get this?" I'm feel me? Pay attention. He's just talking. Listen. When his teacher's talking, listen. Uh, anyway, this is not needed at all. So we're gonna that out. Process lasso at the moment is not needed. So that out as well. Then we're going to go to this. This is not needed at the moment. I'm not sure, but we might need it in the future. So we're gonna put that out, and then that's still open. We're gonna open back. Yes, actually see what's going on in the background or whatnot, and here and open back. All right, so our next big move. All right, since we isolated the microphone, added a separate audio input capture, of course, dedicated exclusively to your physical hardware port. Do not route your raw stream microphone to studios. Make sure master track to avoid adding monitor latency. Done all that. Check, 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 and check. All three steps in order has been done. Stay tuned. This far, you have done basics. And that doesn't guarantee that this is going to work when streaming. All we know, we can start streaming and then notice we have FPS issues. We'll have to fix those when that problem occurs. Right now, it's not occurring. So, all right. So, which would you like to configure first? Troubleshoot audio interface loopback settings. Configure process lasso CPU rules. Set up vocal routing side OB. Let's do all that in order. Just like let's all that. I pretty much know how to do this. I just like having a teacher next to me, guiding me through this to make sure I'm doing it the right. Oh, that's it. You feel me? So I don't be giving people false information, and I don't mess up your hardware, and I don't mess up mine as well. I know we all take time and investments into our hardware, into our PC setups, and we all take time and getting it right and running fluently for us. So I don't want to be responsible for anybody just being mad and sitting there pissed off and not really knowing what they're doing. So I'm doing this step by step. own video, but you can always come back to the video, watch it, sub at the points you want, pay attention, and lock in and do exactly this. Right in front of you, what's up, and as you can hear it clearly, you can hear it smoothly, you can hear my vocals, no static. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm hoping that. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't hear any static in my headphones. Everything is cool, everything is nice. It's very calm in here, very cool, collect, and peaceful in here. So I'm doing it the right way, I guess. I don't know. Let's go. You will know when you're doing it wrong. You see, you're doing everything hot, and you start getting stuff off because things out of the blue. You feel me? Well, troubleshoot audio interface loopback settings. You must route your FL Studios audio into OBS using the dedicated virtual channel. This ensures OBS captures your DAW plugin without accidentally looping your game or browser audio. So now I'm going to show you how to do that the proper way, so you don't get the game audio but with the sound. So open your interface control software, right control. I told you we was going to use that in the future. Didn't I tell you that? Told you that. I just need knowing what's about to happen because I done been over this with even out the settings. I just one by one I had a problem with each one of these applications, FL Studios, Foster Control, you know, Game, Francis Laszlo. I had to really sit down and learn how to use each one of these applications because they play a major key factor into having it running successful. So I had to review them. I had to learn what it was, exactly what they do, what pipeline they ran on, and I had to learn all of that. That's the keys and the tinkering from not going to school. You're gonna have to sit right there and you have to train yourself without a teacher. So you can't really get mad and frustrated at yourself and sit right there and dwell on the current problem that is not working. You have to dwell on the current problem that you have to be your own teacher. You have to be your own guide. You have to be your own problem solver, and you have to solve the problem by yourself. And you have to be proud of your work too. I'm very proud of my work. I've come along. I'm very proud of my work. So here we are. I mean, not lollygag and get. Over your interface control software, foster right control. Locate your loopback source. Set the loopback input source to look swiftly at a dedicated virtual playback channel, like playback 3 and 4, or virtual 1 and 2, rather than your main system output, which is playback 1 and rather than your main output. That was confusing. Locate your loopback source. Set the loopback input source to look suspiciously at a dedicated virtual playback channel, like playback 3 and 4. Or virtual 1 and 2. I don't have virtual, but I do have. Like I said, we're gonna. All right, so playback is working, but what you don't want to do is unmute it so you can hear it. Because once you unmute it, all right, so if I mute it, my audio wouldn't be heard. You feel me? Because the analog, the main audio is not being played back. You feel me? But if see, I was just talking and you couldn't hear me, right? Because that stops it, right, from being heard. So even though you cannot see the pretty color on this, like you see the pretty color on this, it is still being played back. You feel me? What this do, it mutes the playback so it doesn't get heard because it's playback in here. You feel me? If I unmuted this, you would hear what's going on this channel through this channel, which would give you double playback, which would cause this. That's what that is. You feel me? That is your audio being heard twice and not once. So this is your playback channel. Don't hit the S, just mute it so it don't get played back. So you don't hear this channel and this channel at the same time. By muting it, you just don't hear it. You feel me? It took me a long time to understand that. So just mute it, you just don't hear it. As long as you keep it open, it is open and it's being played back. You feel me? So like that, you feel me? That is how that work. I don't know if that y'all understood that, but that is how that work. I'm not gonna go deeper into that, I try to make it done because it's very hard for me reading it. So now you know, now you know, now you know. You feel me? This and then like yeah, it's complicated, bro. I teach you the rest later. Rather than your main system output, which is playback one and two, I think it's I don't know. That's why I say it's confusing when you read it because it's just every time you unmute this, you're gonna hear that. So expect that. All right, in FL Studios, open audio settings F10. Select your native interface ACO 10 ACO driver. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna audio native, which is ACO. Yeah,
Yeah, it
told us
told
to
us
go
to
to
go to
our
our
native.
native. Told us to go to our native, which is whoa.
That is almost every channel over here. What the hell? Oh, cause that's on our gaming. That's the gaming. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna actually rename this still GG gaming so I understand what it is. Uh, that way I know. But like I said, come over here and if you now you just hear the loop back right here. And now you just hear the loop back. Uh, like I said, we're on the loop back. This is our loop back. Since we're not on the other one, we have this. This sounds a lot better, but the latency is there. My voice is literally being picked up in my headphones a second later, and it's aggravating. That's aggravating. You feel me? Because it's not on cue. But we're gonna run like this, as the settings say, and keep it going. Say we select the ACL, open the FL Studios mixer, click on the mixture track and change it. Physical hardware output writing at the bottom right from output 1 2 to your new virtual loopback channel, which we just did. Uh, we don't have loopback even as an option. It should have popped up. Because my loopback isn't. Hold on, I gotta find out how to find the hitting settings because I updated. So I guess they hit it again. Let me see. Go to your Windows system tray, the bottom corner of the taskbar, that next to the clock. Click the small up and down arrow hidden if it's visible. Okay, faucet right. Notify. That's the thing I don't see. Faucet right. Hold on, let me see if I have this. I'm up to date. Preferences, devices, automatically turn off LED, send direct monitor, mix to loop back, use your direct mixer, allow you to return to your default settings, applications, post fade, pre-fade shoulder signal over before the fader is applied, share usage data with mode, you get the exit, if it pops down. It does not pop down. It's supposed to be here. And that's why I don't see it. Supposed to be like this big F. That's not being down. But down there. Click the small up and down arrow, a black and red F logo. Right click the F icon and select SPL. I don't see that logo. I haven't seen that logo in a while. If you don't see the red black F logo in your Windows system tray, it means the FileRite Notify background app isn't currently running. It's hidden by Windows or you are using the newer generation software. Check if Windows completely hid the icon Windows 11. Right click the empty space in your main window taskbar settings. Right. Scroll down and click other system trays icons. There we are. No wonder, because it's the few that I don't see. Me see Afterburner, which I also was looking for. Phosphorite, which I also was looking for. Hyphene. I don't really need that one. Process, what? Process Lasso is right there. Turn that on anyway. OBS Studios, which I also don't look. Some of this stuff is down now. It's just not on. I don't know why, but I see two times, bro. Why do I see? Well, I mean, it's gonna keep it on, bro. All right, that's done. Oh, this shows right here. That's why. That's cool. The one I was looking for was this guy. So it should be working out. I do not see it.
Oh my. Alright. That's crazy. Let's see. Right click in display, scroll down, click other taskbar corner flow. Right click on empty space on your main window taskbar. Scroll down and click on other icon. Click for the list, password notified. If you see it, toggle the switch to on so it stays visible. Once the password solver manually, if the browser crashed or did it once I started, first the password to open the app. Opening the app really presses the background F notifying card. Yeah. If you are using FlashDrive 2 fourth generation interface, if you have a newer fourth generation like Solo, there is no hidden system tray menu anymore. Everything is handled inside the application window. Open the main FlashDrive 2 window, click the three dots in the top right preferences, check the box that says send direct monitor mix to loop. I already did that, bro. Yep, that's done. Open that too. Click the three dots in the top corner preferences, check the box that says your loopback channels are automatically exposed to windows on input 3 and 4 for solo or input 5 and 6 for 2 I2 to pinpoint what model and generation of Scarlet you have. When open your Windows Start menu, type faucet right to exact the name of the app shows up. Once you reply again, Faucet control 2, focus right control 2. I might be saying faucet. I know it's focus right, but I just be saying. I go with what I read. I don't really care what I read, and I really care to think about if it's right. But I know what it is, though. I just said it wrong. I just have it, bro. But enable look back in preferences. Open the focus right control 2 application. Click the three dots or the top corner window. Select preferences or devices. Look for the settings. Whatever, select the right channels in your recording software. Foxrite 2 automatically exposes the loopback channels to Windows, but they are labeled as standard input DAWs, like following. All right, so I do know what the problem is. In order for it to completely show up down here, I'm gonna have to go to Task Manager and close it out indefinitely, which is gonna mess up my sound. It's not even showing that it's open. Now it is. It should be popping on. Once I do this, it's gonna close out sound everywhere. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because how about this? How about this? How about this?
Yo, yo, yo. I don't know what it sounded like right now. I just do it. Right. But I need this to pop up so I can turn on my loop back. Without that, I can't turn it on. Unless there's another focus right down here. Uh, uh, oh, there you go. There goes the loop back. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I was doing it wrong. I was being done right. My fault. That was my fault. Like I said, learning as we go. I was doing it wrong. I seen it last time, but thing about it is, it's still not. What was confusing me, was really confusing me, is that it's not popping up. But since I turned it on, since it's really connected to like the insides of the frameworks of the PC, it 9 times out of 10 will pop up and actually work. As in it'll pop up and actually work on a reboot. So it might show up after a reboot. Because the way that is connected inside the PC, keep you feel me? Sometimes you after the update you have to restart and you have to update it. It's like in some deep shit now of the PC. Not gonna like really work you off top. I guess they'll pop up, but not now. But since we have that done, like I said, it's a work in progress. I just picked up and uh. But anyway, enable loop back in preferences. Open files to write two application dots. The icon. So select preferences or device settings. Look for the setting that is already applied. Select the right channel. In your recording software, which is already done, Files to Write 2 automatically exposes the loopback channels, but they are labeled as standard input, OBS, discard, or your style. Select the following audio input if you have a Scholarite Solo 4th Gen, 3 and 4. Mine's is actually 1 and 2. If you have a Scholarite, select 5 and 6. If you have a Scholarite 4i, I don't know why it just don't say 1 and 2. It doesn't say it. Anyway, please tell me what specific model do you have? I2 or I4? What software are you trying to computer, audio, into OBS, discard? Once I will. All right, so I don't know the exact model, make and model, but I'm pretty sure that is easy. If I go to preferences, like applications, I wish they would say control 2 prior, so it doesn't tell me the exact make. All right, so app version, device version, Scholarite 4th. That's what I got.
So fourth gen. I have so that doesn't even say it. I have solo fourth. The other ones are stream. It say I'm trying to do it OBS. That in. Anybody know exactly how to do it? Oh, not then. Stay tuned and watch and learn. Like me. Feel me? Yo. I feel like I hear myself. I probably am, but all right. So I know what I'm hearing myself out of this crazy shit. Likes to out stuff. I said. I gotta set up the dude. Yo, all right. So now, about to be in. Who I was hearing? We have all that set up, but not. So all right. To route your computer audio into OBS using your Scarlett Solo 4th Gen, you need to add input 3 and 4 as a dedicated audio source. 3 and 4. I have 1 and 2. I don't have 3. You need to route input 3 and 4 as a dedicated audio source. 4th Gen. Loopback audio stream mapped directly to channels. It's mapped to not what said. I don't know. That's what they need. Mine, it says to the input 3 and 4 as a dedicated audio source. Fourth space stack. Audio stream is mapped directly to the channels. Open OBS Studio. Look at the source dock of the screen and click plus icon. Select audio input capture from the list. Name and clear like computer audio or loopback and click OK. In the device drop down menu. Click input 3 and 4 USB. Done correctly. Show you guys exactly what it was talking about because I think I already showed you this, but right click and go to property. I'm gonna show you how to add it first. All right, so right click right here, hit add audio, and you just add whatever, and then you want to hit it said hit it say all right, so it say select audio input capture from the list, name it something like computer audio or loopback audio, and click OK. In the device drop down menu, select input 3 and 4. None of these say input, but that's the weird part. It says select input 3 and 4 phosphorite USB. Wow. See, that's where it gets confusing because it doesn't tell you input. Both of these are input. Say select input 3 and 4, which says 1 and 2. Then you have L and R. See what I'm saying? Loop back or loop back, which it say or loop back, which is mean any one of these will do. But I'm gonna just go with loop back. I believe 1 and 2 doesn't pick up your background audio, but 3 and 4 actually picks up your background audio. So that's how you channel these without like this will pick up your game in your mic. This is just pick up your mic without your game. So you will need a separate one like a game capture for your game. So I don't know which one I want to go with because I'm using loopback. I'm not using that, so I'm gonna just tell my device reader exactly what I have so they can give me the accurate information. That way we don't be confused. For some reason it doesn't. I don't know, bro. It's just not. It's smart. It doesn't read the menu of the device and that you know. Unless you tell it to read the menu and be exact, that's when it be exact. I have analog 1 and 2 in playback 1 in
Hmm.
All
All
right,
right,
so
so
let's
let's
see
see
what
what
it
it says, bro.
says.
If
Windows
Windows
and
and
OBS
OBS
are
are
only
only
listening
listening
analog
analog
1
1
and
and 2 and playback 1 and 2, it means Windows is using its generic default USB
2 audio
audio
driver
driver
instead
instead of the official
of
Flash HCO
driver
driver
engine.
engine.
Without the
Without the
official
official
driver
driver
package
package
fully
fully
installed,
installed,
Windows
Windows
physically
physically cannot see the virtual loopback channel input 3 and
or
4.
follow the
Follow the
steps.
steps.
When the
When the
official
official
driver
driver
setup,
setup,
unplug your
unplug your
Scarlett
Scarlett
Solo
Solo
4
4
gen
gen
from
from
the
the
USB
USB
port,
port.
open
Open
your
your
web
web
browser
browser and
head
head
to
to
the
the
Foxrite
Foxrite download page.
select
Select
Scarlett
Scarlet
4
4
generator and
generator and
download the
download the
latest
latest
installer.
installer from
Oh,
so.
all right,
Alright,
so
so
this
this
might
might
cause
cause
me to
me to
have a
have a
whole
whole
fucking
fucking PC restart, bro.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
doing
doing that, bro. Like,
ah
fuck. Because we're
live
live
and
and the
this
shit
shit
should have
just
just
been
been
downloaded
downloaded
with the
with the
update,
update,
right?
right?
That
That
is
is
so
so
freaking
freaking bullshit, bro.
like
Select Solar and download the latest Fucklight Control.
that
That
just
just
mean I
mean I
just
just
didn't
didn't
download the
download the
right
right
freaking
freaking
drivers.
drivers for mine. But it's alright, bro.
What
What
has to
has to
be
be
done
done
has to
has
be
to be done.
posture
Foster
right
right
control
control
2,
2.
and
And
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
have to
have to
unplug
unplug
this
this,
like
like
it
it
said.
said.
So
So
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
close the
close the
sound
sound
so
so
y'all
y'all
don't
don't hear the
static
static
in
in
the
the
background.
background, bro. So just give me a sec. Dang, and I'm gonna have to close the sound. Sorry. Freaking, Alright, so it's back online. As you can see, it's actually popped up in this drop down menu. And I was supposed to restart it to make sure all the pipelines correctly. I'll be back. Uh, I know y'all probably like I'm talking too much or this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? There's people out there that would like to know to the T, and those are people I like to talk to. The ones that, because there's a lot. Listen. If you're sitting down and you're still watching me stream and you're still watching this, and even if you come back to watch it and you're still watching me talk and run my mouth, that just means you was one of the kids that actually paid attention in class. And yes, it's very aggravating when the teacher is talking and he's just repeating himself over and over again. But you know that is how you lock it in and you get it, because repetition, it sticks in a lot better. The people that doesn't like people talking are the people that never really paid attention in class and would never really make it in life. You feel me? So, yeah, it comes with the game, bro. So all you can see, loopback is already exposed right here. And if I go here, and I guess the settings are still being applied, but dang, my loopback isn't showing up in here, and that's because I probably have to restart it, and I haven't restarted yet, but it's supposed to be a file that says loopback, but there's no file that says loopback at the moment, so um, that's where the restart would come in at, but it's all right. As long as we have it popping up down here, that just means it is fixed. You know, we have running it at the right frequency over here, right buffer rate or whatnot. Cause I'm not restarting my PC at all. I'm not doing that. We're gonna do that probably after the stream, because you know we're gonna run it like this. But until we set the sound up properly, then it is what it is. I don't know. People expect for you to be scared of them because they talk shit. I ain't scared. I've never been scared of nobody, bro. I've never been the type to be scared of anybody. I don't even give a fuck. Sides, mouth, whatever, bro. Nigga. I have never been scared of anybody, bro. If you bleed like I bleed, trust me, bro. It's gonna be hard to scare me. Trust and believe. Shit. I've never been scared of anybody, bro. Literally walk through life fearless. There's no point in me being scared, bro. Like, fuck. If you ever been that type of person that's been scared, like, off of what somebody said of how they try to act, you feel me? Everybody's human, and I know that at the end of the day. So some people feel like they big bad wolves and shit like that, but you ain't no wolf, bro. Trust. Not no wolf. Wolf, you might be wolfing and shit to whoever you talking to, but you ain't no wolf to me. You might you probably got that in somebody's head that you's a wolf, but nah, bro. Not to another grown man, bro. Not to a real grown man at that. You can be wolfing all you want to, but you feel me? I think this is supposed to be on all my infirmities. I'm not sure. We gotta look that up. We're gonna look that up later. But I noticed when I put it on the fast ones, you see how quick everything just moved just then. Alright, so. Oh yeah. Alright, so now we're back. Uh Yo, and you can hear my fan in the background. You know, comes with the game. That just comes with the game. So I can put something in here to actually remove that fan. That's why we're here. So in a minute y'all won't be hearing that fan. So just bear with me. Bear with me. We're sticking to the plan and executing it. So. But anyway, unplug your Scarlet Force Gen from the USB. Run the installer X to modify or repair. Choose repair. Reinstall the forces, the virtual WD audio driver, and write to your Windows registry. Restart your PC when the installer finishes. Initialize the interface. Plug the Scarlet interface back into a direct USB port on your PC. Avoid using external USB hubs. Open the Faucet Right 2 application window. Crucial. The app must be opened at least once with the hardware connected to activate the router. Alright, so with that being said, guys, we're going to end the stream. We're going to restart the PC and we're going to start on part 2 of the video. So I'm going to just have to break it down like that, and we're going to come back with part 2 and we're going to separate them. We're just going to label one part 2 and we're going to label the other part 2. We're going to label one part 1 and we're going to label the other part 2. You feel me? Because we're getting into doing OBS stuff and YouTube videos. So I need to start organizing my content, and I actually need to start making content. So this is me trying to make content. So yeah, we're gonna have hiccups, we're gonna have failures along the road, but you feel me? I'm not in a learning curve. I'm just in a freaking. This is a complicated route, curve, or whatever you want to call this shit. So let's get it, man. You feel me? Part 2 coming back in like 5 minutes. Give me a second. We gotta restart the PC, and it also says an update, and we're not gonna do that because every time we do that, it never goes through with the update. So we're not gonna do that update. We are gonna restart the PC though. So see you guys in the next one, man.